What's going on, people? It's True Boxing, and I'm back with another motherfucking video. I know it's been a long time. I'm telling you, it's life, man. I got two kids, 6-year-old, 1-year-old. This little 1-year-old is bad as HE double hockey sticks. But, so I've been living life, working like crazy, getting that overtime, dealing with people I manage and all that. But we talking about boxing now. So I did see, the Brandon Rios fight versus Manny Pacquiao fight this weekend. And, I didn't do a video, but I actually thought Rios was going to win. I could be a man to say that, and I was wrong. Now, before I get into it, I'm going to say some good things about Pacquiao. I seen rejuvenation in Pacquiao. I seen the slickster, the mover, riddling off combinations, using his jab. He was boxing, and for all of you guys that know me, I favor the boxing. So that part about Pacquiao's game, I was loving. I loved it. I love to see fighters set up shit behind that jab. I love it. I love it when you set shit up with the jab. I fucking love it. And so I was loving that part about Pacquiao. Now let's get into it. Rios came into the fight. I think he weighed 146.5. Pacquiao weighed 145. Pacquiao came in lighter. I figured his game. I swear, man, I had the game plans down. I knew what the game plans were for both of them. I knew Pacquiao was going to come in lighter so he can be a little bit more agile. I figured Rios was probably going to come in, rehydrate about 10 pounds, which he, for the most part, did. And I figured his game was simple. Try to force Manny Pacquiao to stand his ground and to fight in the pocket. If he can make Manny Pacquiao fight in the pocket, if he can make Manny Pacquiao stand and fight in the pocket, it gives Brandon Rios a better chance. If Pacquiao, thanks to the big-ass ring, if he can use his angles, use his movement, he can make it very difficult for Brandon Rios, because even though Brandon Rios is good at cutting off the ring, Manny Pacquiao is so fast that he's going to get up out of there. He can frustrate him, get his shots off, and, win the fight that way. And it pretty much went that way. Now, a lot of people were shocked and surprised and excited for Pacquiao, and I actually wasn't. In the fight, I was kind of bored watching it. It was good watching it, but I was kind of bored because, to me, this is like if somebody said, "Hey, man, watch LeBron dunk." Like, okay, I know he can dunk. It's nothing he can do dunking that would surprise me unless he dunked from the fucking half court. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? There's nothing he could do that could surprise me there. And how this relates to Pacquiao is very simple. It's nothing you can do with your speed and your hand combinations that will excite me, because I understand the mechanics of boxing, and I understand that one of the main reasons you were able to get off the shots you were getting off was because you were fighting Rios. Rios is a stationary fighter. He moves decent, but he's a stationary fighter. He likes to fight. He likes to brawl. A lot of people don't give Rios credit. Rios' defense is better than a lot of people give him credit for, and I might say, Rios picked off a lot of Pacquiao's shots. I know y'all don't want to admit it because HBO was all up on Manny's cock. Manny Pacquiao would shoot 5-punch combos, pop, 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 pop. Rios would block like 3 of them. And even when Pacquiao was hitting him, he wasn't hitting him flush. I can't remember what round it was, but I remember Roy Jones saying it. If somebody remember, write in the comments where Roy said that was the best punch of the fight by Pacquiao, which it was. That was the cleanest Pacquiao had hit him in the fight. With that, I think it was a straight left hand, and he popped his head back. But for the most part, Pacquiao was beating him by basically like death by a thousand cuts. That's how Pacquiao was beating him. Pacquiao was slicing him up. He was pot shotting him, pop, 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 pop. He wasn't hitting him flush. And Rios was doing a lot and picking off a lot of his shots and catching a lot of his shots. Another thing I saw with Pacquiao that a lot of people would ignore. Pacquiao did a lot of holding this fight. He did a lot of holding. I mean, I've never seen Pacquiao hold like he was holding. Pacquiao did a lot of holding this fight to smother, when they're inside, to smother him to get away. And I liked how Brandon Rios was working that free hand to get some shots off, which is what you're supposed to do. This is a fight. I also noticed that Pacquiao at times, y'all gonna hate this, but y'all accused Mayweather of running and using a ring. I felt Pacquiao used every bit of that goddamn ring to fight Rios. He did a lot of running too, this fight. He wasn't staying still. I also noticed that Rios did hurt Pacquiao a few times this fight. Not hurt like, oh, I want to quit, oh, I'm finna get knocked down, but hurt him enough to where Pacquiao said, let me get the fuck out of the pocket. I mean, maybe y'all diehards don't want to admit that, but it was times where I seen Pacquiao bag the fuck up. Retreat, move around the ring, I guess buy him some time, because you know how like when you get hit with a shot, you kind of feel numb. Buy yourself some time to where the numbness go away and then come back in there. That's a good thing. That's another thing about Pacquiao. When he is hurt, he got a good poker face. I believe he was hurt a few times from body shots. I can't remember what his round, but Rios hit him with a good body shot. And he hit him with I want to say a right hook that had Pacquiao against the ropes. And I know Pacquiao was buzzed from those shots. What else do I want to comment on? What else? I talked about that. The knockdown. Actually, it wasn't a knockdown because Pacquiao hit him in a non-scoring like Roy Jones said. And I'm glad they didn't. The ref did his job there. Rios was off balance and Pacquiao hit him. And I said he did it on purpose. I don't think Pacquiao did it on purpose. He hit him in a non-scoring area. So props to that ref because they could have easily gave him a knockdown. And and being in China and being pro Pacquiao, I'm very proud that that the ref didn't do that, which is to me was a good thing. What else I want to talk about? I talked about the knockdown, talked about the rounds. Another thing, I'm hearing Pacquiao's fans say, Brandon, listen to this. And I'm asking, does it sound familiar? His fans are saying Pacquiao could have knocked Rios out in the 11th to 12th round, but he wanted to go easy on Rios because he didn't want to ruin Rios' career, right? Okay, so he went easy on him. Now, what I say to this is, so they say he knew he was already up on points, so why risk it and just get the victory? Who says that all the time about their fights? Who says that a lot? When I'm up I'm just asking in the comment section. Who says that a lot? When I'm up so far, I'm beating these guys so much. When I'm so far up on a point, on scorecards, and I'm dominating them, they're just trying to survive. That's what he said Rios is doing. People say Rios is doing. They're just trying to survive. I just finished the fight because I'm so far ahead. Who says that? And he gets slain for this. He gets discredited like crazy for saying this. Who says that? I'm not even going to say his name, but if you know who I'm talking about, write in the comment section. So it's amazing to me that the double standard of Pacquiao can say that, but you know who can't. But anyway, I don't believe Pacquiao hurt Brandon Rios. He was, I don't think he hurt him enough to knock him out. I believe Pacquiao was trying to knock Rios out. I believe he realized that he couldn't and that why risk any, I believe that part. I believe he realized I can't knock him out. This guy tough as shit. He can take my shots. So why try to knock him out and risk giving him the opportunity to maybe knock me out? So I'll just beat him since I'm already ahead. So that's what I believe happened. I don't believe Rios was really hurt at all. And Rios, give him his props. He told the truth. He said, they asked him, he says, does Pacquiao hit hard? He said, not to me. He said, it's not his power. He said, what makes Pacquiao difficult, and when he says don't hit hard, people misconstrue. That's why I said sometimes you have to be very literal with people because some people they don't get it. You have to be literal with them. Their mind just doesn't pick it up. They'll take it as his saying that Pacquiao hits like Malignaggi. That's not what he's saying. He's saying, to me, I take it as when he says, does he hit hard? Not to me. I can withstand his power. That's not the issue. The issue is, like he said, he's awkward, his angle, and his speed. Manny Pacquiao's speed was the issue with this fight. And like he said, he was like, the guy was fast. He said he could take the power. It wasn't that. And I believe him because Brandon never looked visibly hurt. And let's go back to the Margarita fight. People look at it and say, well, he broke Margarito's orbital bone. Well, if you're hitting Margarito with decent power 200 plus times like Manny Pacquiao was doing, you should do some serious damage. So that's why, he puffed up Brandon Rios' face. I'm not buying that he let him off because he didn't want to knock him out. I'm not buying that. Pacquiao was trying. Pacquiao was putting some stank on some of them shots. I seen him. I'm like, damn, Pacquiao is shooting at this nigga. But Rios was there. Rios was a game fighter. Rios didn't quit. People, I'm hearing stuff like Rios fought like Clottey. Rios always fights that way. I didn't see really anything. Rios fights this way. He has better defense. He fights like this. That's what I don't get. Like, people just try to discredit the guy. I'm like, that's how he fights. He fights in the inside. He throws short shots. That's how he does a lot of damage. He throws short shots, and he stays on you, puts that pressure on you. And he cuts off that ring, and he's better defensively than he's given credit for. This is how the guy fights. So, all in all, like I said, I was good fight for Pacquiao, good comeback. I wasn't impressed because like I said, I expected him to do the things he did. The only difference between what has changed is his dance partners. Rios is suited for him. Do I believe he needs to be back in the top 5 after this performance? Absolutely not. Rios is a good fighter, and I like Rios, don't get me wrong, but do I think Rios is better than Canelo? No. I think Canelo beats the shit out of Rios. Do I think Rios is better than Guerrero? That's like to me like a 70, like a 60-40, maybe 70-30 Guerrero, just because he's a better boxer and he's a southpaw, which, Rios hasn't fought in one besides Pacquiao in like 8 years. Do I think he's better than Cotto? No. The one that Floyd fought? Hell no. The one that Manny fought? Hell no. So he has to do a little bit more to make the top 5 or break that, because as of right now, Ward deserves where he is. Floyd definitely deserves where he is. Bradley deserves who he is, because I don't care if you don't agree with me or not. I believe Bradley beat him on points. I scored a 7-5. Hate me. I don't give a shit. Marquez knocked him out. And Bradley just beat Marquez after he knocked him out. So Danny Garcia's having a good year. So he has to do a little bit more. He has to do something that makes that puts him back in that top 5. But as of right now, good comeback fight. I'm usually never pro Pacquiao, but I give him his props this fight. Like I said, I like boxers, and he was looking good when he would box. He used that jab, but I also understand who you're using it against. So, True Boxing, rate, comment, subscribe. We finna get out of here. And that's what it is.